Hey, this is Harlan Gerger with CEO Solutions, founder and president, and we're back with our CEO's list of behaviors to avoid, the top 10 behaviors that we feel that we've seen and we've had to work with that have held CEOs back from running highly profitable and functional companies. And so this one is number 6, and we're going to talk about the idea of lack of delegation. And we see so many times that delegation is either not happening or not being done very effectively. Now, oftentimes we see dumping. So I've got all these things I need to do. I just dump them on somebody else, let them do it. And there's not a problem with that, because we know that there's a lot of things that a CEO should not be doing, that they need to be delegating out to other people. But we want to avoid just dumping it. The other thing is that many times we're not seeing people delegate because there's not a trust issue. Okay, I don't trust my people for one reason or another. Well, that's a whole different issue. We don't have the right people to trust. Well, maybe we need to look at how we're hiring people or who we're bringing into our organization and why. But delegation is sometimes part of that avoidance. I either don't know how or I don't trust seem to be the two main reasons why. So if we don't trust, then we have to look at the people and why we're having them and why we have that lack of trust. But not understanding how to do it, that might be a whole different thing. That's a skill set. So the first thing that we work with delegation is, one, figure out what you're really good at and what you're really effective at and where you should really be focusing all of your time and effort on. If you can isolate that, then you can look at the other things and say, okay, why am I doing this? Do I have the right people? Do I have the capability within my organization so that I can have somebody else that's better at it than me, faster at it than me, and more accurate at it than me, and help them to develop that capability or skill to be able to do it? Now, delegation is not just giving and dumping. That's one of the challenges. So I'm going to delegate, or I'm going to provide something to somebody else to do. I need to make sure that I have a plan. I make sure that it's clear what the outcome is. Why am I giving this to you? What's it look like when you're successful? How do we make sure that's successful? And then how do we follow up so that we're not just dumping things and then forgetting about it and then coming back and becoming a seagull again because something's not working right? Delegation means that we trust, but we also verify. So I give this project to somebody. What's my verification process? How do I follow up on this? How do I make sure that they're understanding it, that they're doing it correctly, and that things are moving properly as we go through this process? And so as we coach that person through this, we have less and less verification until we have to the point where we fully trust them and they're off doing it. Now we've scaled our company, we've increased our capacity and capabilities to do this. Again, this takes some effort and some time from the CEO to do this, but the most successful CEOs are avid delegators and very effective delegators. And that's why they are able to scale their companies quickly, grow quickly, and make things happen quickly.